Over the past few seasons, the Florida Panthers have quickly become one of the NHL's biggest powerhouses. They'd win the President's Trophy with 58 wins during the 2021-22 season, with the league's highest scoring offense, and of course, last season, they go on an improbable run all the way to the Stanley Cup Final, taking down some ridiculously good hockey teams. And this year, they've picked up pretty much right where they left off, and are one of the top teams in the entire league, with a well-balanced roster that plays tough, and one that's become one of the best defensive teams in hockey under head coach Paul Maurice. While there are certainly some great teams in both the Eastern and Western conferences this year, the Florida Panthers are becoming the team that no one wants to play against and are pretty much treating every game like a playoff game. With far less injury issues and some key offseason additions, this Florida Panthers regular season has gone way smoother than last year. They're pretty stacked up front with 3 lines that can score goals and a 4th line that will grind you down and wear you out. Sam Reinhart in his contract year is having a career year, currently leading the team in points and second in the NHL in goals behind only Austin Matthews. And he has a league-leading 22 power play goals, which is more than multiple entire teams have. Matthew Tkachuk has also been heating up since his slow start to the year, and although he's likely not going to have his 3rd straight 100-point season, he is still an extremely effective player, and was arguably the Panthers' most valuable player in the postseason when he had 11 goals and 24 points, including 4 game winners in the team's 20 playoff games. Carter Verhaeghe has also been excellent this season. He's currently on pace to break his career high in points and hit 40 goals again this year. He might be the new most underrated player in the league. And of course, the Panthers also have their stud captain Alexander Barkov, who plays in every situation, is one of the most well-rounded players in the league, and has ridiculous skill that few other players in the world possess. Evan Rodriguez has also been a nice addition to the team. He's a strong depth contributor, has some goal-scoring touch, and plays a well-rounded game. Sam Bennett and Anton Lundell are 2 other strong pieces that make this offense one of the best in the league when they're clicking. While keeping pucks out of their own net has been an issue for the Panthers in years past, this year they have been extremely stout defensively, not giving up much and currently second in the league in goals against. Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad have been an excellent pairing, generating offense and also doing a solid job defending. Nico Mikkola has been a great under-the-radar signing for Florida. The 6'4" Mikkola blocks lots of shots and also lays the body quite a bit. Brandon Montour has taken a step back from his 73 points in 2022-23, but he's battled some injuries and should get back to being more productive at some point soon. And picking up Oliver Ekman-Larsson has been huge for the team. He's having his most productive season since 2018, already with 9 goals on the year. A huge part of what makes the Panthers so dangerous is that they have very few weaknesses with this squad right now. They currently have the 6th best power play in the league, clicking at just under 25% at the moment. And their penalty kill is equally as good, also 6th among league ranks, hovering just under 83%. They're also not afraid to use their star players like Barkov and Reinhart to kill penalties, making them a threat to score even when they're shorthanded. Florida is also one of the toughest teams in the league, and they're clearly not trying to make any friends out on the ice, and play an extremely chippy game that gets into their opponents' heads, making them a nightmare to play against. They're currently 3rd in the league in hits, with guys like Nico Mikkola and Ryan Lomberg leading the way, but as you probably know, even a star like Matthew Tkachuk isn't afraid to throw the body around and stir the pot as much as he possibly can. The final thing that makes the Cats one of the scariest teams in the NHL right now is the difference maker in net they have, 35-year-old Sergei Bobrovsky. We saw what he did last year in the playoffs, effectively stealing the series in rounds 2 and 3 versus Toronto and then Carolina. And although his numbers don't necessarily jump off the page this year, when he's on, he is unbelievable. And he can be the best in the world when he's in that zone. I'm not sure if the Florida Panthers will make another run to the Stanley Cup Final this year, but one thing that's for sure is that whatever team that has to face them will not be happy with the matchup they got and will have to give everything they have to get past the Cats.